What up, everybody? This your boy B Rob, and I'm back with another edition of the Random Ramblings with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you, the listener, for coming back each and every week, or however you listen to podcasts. If you're a first-time listener, I'd like to thank you oh so much for giving my show a try. And if anybody recommended you to me, I would like for you to give that person a crisp high five. But you know what? You might not be in that person's presence. The person's that recommended you to me. So what you can do is you can pick up your phone or whatever electronics device that you have to browse social media. You can go into your DMs and you can send that person, if you follow each other or subscribe to their shit or whatever messaging app you have, you can send them a DM or a message saying, thank you for recommending you to me. Speaking of social media, you can find the Random Ramblings with Rob on various social media platforms to include Twitter at 3R Show, Instagram at The 3R Show, and you can see as well as hear video interviews that I've done on YouTube by searching 3R Show. Anything that I may have forgotten to mention, you can go to randomrob.com, randomrob.com, to where you will find our sponsor, Hooks, Rub, and Spices. Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. You go to hooksrub.com. You can get 15% off your order if you use promo code RANDOM. Also, I'm affiliated with the homeboys over there at RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk. I am one of 4 hosts, and you can hear us live Wednesday nights on twitch.tv/RBR Wrestling. And you can find RBR Wrestling on social media by searching RBR Wrestling. But we live on Wednesdays on twitch.tv/RBR Wrestling. And we are sponsored by Manscaped. Go to manscaped.com and you can get 20% off your order plus free shipping. I just got the Handyman. It's pretty much their Norelco razor and stuff. I mean, I only need it for select areas of my face because now I have the beard, which I also use the beard trimmer for, and beard hedger. I mean, you can see the correct names for these products on manscaped.com, to where you can get that 20% off and free shipping if you use promo code RBR Shave. So get that grooming stuff in your life. I mean, I'm gonna talk about my face. They got stuff for your undercarriage and everything down below the waist and everything too. So that Lawnmower 4.0 is bomb. It shave all that stuff. Got the skin safe technology, so you ain't nicking and snagging nothing. And then use those promo codes on either of those places that I mentioned. But here we are on the Sunday, kind of back to the essence of the recording schedule and everything. I've had time off, actually, so I've been doing random things and stuff. One of which is August 3rd, that just passed Thursday. It was young child's birthday. My youngest daughter, my youngest child, my last child, Shania. She turned 13 years old. So I have a teenager in the house once again. Well, damn. So, I mean, this is the last ride with the kids or whatever. So, I mean, this is the last teenager that I'll have and shit. Mrs. B Rob got a hysterectomy, so we ain't having no more kids. So, I mean, I ain't got to worry about that. And, yeah, so it was cool. Got a lot of gifts and everything. She wanted a cookie cake for her birthday, which we got a cookie cake last year. And if you go to the Instagram that I mentioned at the 3R Show, you can see some of the pictures of the cookie cake. So the year before, around this time, July, we went to Las Vegas. Young child's first time going, wife's first time going, hot as balls in July. Why are we planning trips in July anymore? But I digress. So, young child rode her first roller coaster when we went to Vegas. We went to, what's that, the Excalibur or New York, the one with the roller coaster out front. I mean, for those seasoned veterans of Las Vegas and everything. So we went on that, and she was just screaming and hollering because, adrenaline, scaredness, all those things that young children experience when they get on roller coasters for the first time. So she was talking about I'm gonna die. I lived 12 years for nothing. Just saying random things in her hysteria on the roller coaster. So this time last year for her birthday, got her a cookie cake that said, "You survived 12 years." Or congratulations, you survived 12 years. So this year she wanted another cookie cake and she requested something on it. She didn't request like what to put on it, but she requested that we put something funny like we did last year. So this year, for her 13th birthday, we got the cookie cake. And on this one, we put, "You continue to live. Happy 13th birthday." So a little nod to the last time and whatnot. I don't even know for the 14th birthday what the fuck we're going to do. And then, not to get too personal, but she's already, become a woman in the, the biological sense, the daggone, the monthly visitor comes and knocks on the door here and there. So, I mean, that happened years ago. So, I mean, we already passed that point. I mean, so I'm not afraid of the puberty turn or whatever, because she goes through that madness every month and whatnot. So she's already a little more mature than, what you would think. But, she's still a silly gooby goober and whatnot. But I'm still looking for, the emotional changes that most teenagers go through around this age and whatnot. So I wonder if she'll even want a cookie cake next year, or even if she want to be into comics and drawing and all the things that she's into now, or that she's been into forever, next year or whatever. Because, I don't know. We all change. Kids change. And, getting ready to journey into high school, especially next year. So there's going to be a lot of changes. Friend groups will change. Old friends will fucking move away. New friends will come in. Goddamn, just people change when they hit high school or whatever. And some people remain the same. I like to think that I've remained the same throughout my formative years and whatnot. I always been a silly dude. Always wanted to make people laugh, almost to my own detriment. But I think I remain the same. And I believe, like, anybody that has known me over the years, and that, because matter of fact, when we went to New Orleans, met a guy that I served with in the military from, I think from 2001 to about 2003, 2004, whatever. We deployed together, and, I hadn't seen him since then, 2003, 2004. And we linked back up when we went to New Orleans last month. And that was his same sentiment. This dude hasn't changed. So I like to think that, like, I retained my essence throughout my youth into adulthood and whatnot. I'm still a dumbass, is what I'm saying. But yeah, then yesterday on Saturday, we got one of Shania little homies, and we went to a place in Conroe, not too far from here, called Incredible Pizza. So, boy, it's like Chuck E. Cheese on steroids, minus the mascot and stuff like that. But they got a lot of crazy things in there. It has like a quasi 50s type motif going on. But we reserved her a little area and everything for her birthday. They sang happy birthday to her in front of this classic 50s car. And she got to spin a wheel and get some tickets and stuff. I mean, they got like the whole David and Buster thing going on, to where you get all the money on a card and you swipe the card to play the games and all kind of stuff. I think that's the standard now everywhere you go. I think even if you went to a Chuck E. Cheese or anywhere else like that, any kind of arcade food place deal is standard that you have the cards now. So, I mean, very convenient. I like it. You can keep the card. You can load it up anytime you want. So, I mean, that's cool. So, we did that. There's a theater in there to watch movies while you eat food. There's a buffet in there, or you can order individual meals. It's a giant arcade with a mini bowling alley, not a full bowling alley. When I say mini, I mean even the balls are small because it's designed for children. They got bumper cars. They got a putt-putt golf type deal. They got go-karts, laser tag, and everything like that. Assortment of arcade games, which the only one that I like to play is any basketball. Anyone where they got a little hoop that move back and forward or just static hoop, that's my jam. So the whole 2-3 hours or however long we were there, that's all I did was play basketball. So much so if you go to my Instagram that I mentioned earlier, at the 3R show, you can see my leaderboard. So the local leaderboard that they have on the machine, they show the top 10 ranking. And I think I'm maybe 5 out of the 10 that's up there, including number 1, baby. I'm number 1, number 10, number 8, number 7, and a couple other spots on there. Just look at the video on my Instagram. So I am a baller. But then again, I'm just saying I was on the low machine because there's 2 machines side by side. And if you go to the machine to the left, there's people that were scoring in the hundreds. I think my high score for that machine was 77. So there's a way to do it. If you get a hot streak to where you can continuously sink balls without missing, you get a +3 multiplier and everything. So that's how I imagine they did that. But, you know, I need to get back in a traditional gym, man, because my wrists were on fire. I was hurting so bad. And yeah, but it was a fun time. Through the magical power of editing, I just stepped away for about 2 hours because me and Pro Wrestling Noah, one of my co-hosts on RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk, we just did a comic book retrospective. You just kind of went along the timeline of comic books and their creation all the way up until current and everything. So it was an educational tour for me. And if you want to hear that damn near 2-hour conversation in educational history on comic books and their origins, you can do so by joining our Patreon at patreon.com/RBR Wrestling. For $6 a month, you can get content such as what I just explained to you and hours 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 more at your fingertips. And I think the very real price of $6 a month is well worth it just for our Discord that comes along with it and whatnot that's attached to the Patreon. And it's just fun community, great stuff. Anyway, young child had a birthday. It was great. We took her out into the world. She got some books. I bought her The Last Ronin, the Ninja Turtles story, because we just seen the Ninja Turtles movie, which was pretty good. She also got 2 other books that she wanted, and a SpongeBob video game for the DS, and something else. I forgot. But yeah, and that was just the other day. That show you how old I'm getting and shit. So, young child, you are 13 years old now.
Yeah, I'm old.
So, in the past year, transitioning from 12 to 13, do you feel any different?
No, not necessarily.
Did you have a good birthday at least?
Yeah.
What was, I think, out of all the stuff that you got for your birthday, what was the one you liked the most?
Definitely Marcy's Journal A Guide to Amphibia, because I've been wanting that book for so long.
Tell me why. Explain this book to me, because I bought it, but I don't know shit about it.
Okay, so my favorite show is Amphibia, and oopsies. My favorite show is Amphibia, and that book explains how Marcy saw things while they were there, and has a lot of lore and stuff that we missed out on, and gives you a lot of insight on Anne's train of thought during season 3, because season 3 wasn't the greatest.
Okay. You said a lot of things that I just maybe I need a book on what you just said because I don't know what none of that was. What do you think of Incredible Pizza, the place we went to?
It was fun. The birthday singing jump scared me though.
Yeah, so they sung the birthday song in an untraditional way.
Very loudly.
Yeah, and like a chorus line of people stood there and did things while other people were walking around doing things and staring at things and stuff.
It was fun, but it scared me.
Yeah, so what do you think of the go-karts?
That was fun.
What-
I didn't run to a wall.
What was like, if we ever went back there, what would be the thing that you would want to do the most?
Probably the bumper cars because I want to go in circles again.
Okay. But you are old now,
I'm old. I'm getting crusty.
so yay.
Yay!
Happy birthday to you,
Thank you.
small person.
Yes, I'm very small.
Okay. Thank you. Come again. Cameo by Young Child. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And good time all around. So as to Noah had to leave me from explaining all those years of comic books to get ready for work, I have to do the same. So I appreciate you all for listening. Happy birthday once again, Young Child. And I will see you next time.